Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It's Sunday late night, okay? The topic, will interracial relationships solve the race problem in America, okay? This is not a trending topic, but since we did so good the other day with regards to slavery and the comments and the input, I felt we could, approach another topic and have conversation and quality over quantity, okay? So I need you to share this particular live so that we can have a healthy and robust discussion, all right? So off the rip, interracial relationships and or dating, most sociologists and experts say no. Interracial dating alone will not solve the race problem, as racism is a system and a systematic issue that goes beyond individual relationships and requires broader changes to address issues like institutional discrimination, yada, yada, yada. Well, listen, I have a theory, as I usually do, and I want to open up the floodgates. I don't know if racism will be the problem in the future. Listen, I'm a high school dropout, but I've lived, I've learned, I've traveled, I've always been a reader. I don't think that racism will be the problem. Now, there's all sorts of stats, and salute to Sunday. She helped me out with some research a week ago when we were putting this particular show together. So I've got some stats here about the browning of America, all right? Projecting majority, minority, and all sorts of things. Non-Hispanic whites may no longer comprise over 50% of the U.S. population by 2044. I've got some notes here. I want to put something on the table counter to what some people think, white genetic survival. That's why white people are becoming more hateful. No, I think it's more so a class thing with regards to groups that have always been in power and may continue to be in power. We'll get to that a little bit later. But the question, again, interracial relationships and or dating, I think that colorism will be the real problem that we face. What say you, troll babies? Good evening. Colorism. Are white people, for the most part, racist? Well, let me say we're all racist, especially black people. Oh, my goodness. You guys may or may not remember, it was 1988 or 89, Spike Lee put out a film, and it was, to my knowledge, one of his least supported films called School Days. He told the truth about these sororities and the fraternities. He told the truth, and if you know your history in America, and many of you do, the brown paper bag test and other things, black people are the ones that take issue a lot with other people of color. Okay, so colorism, I'm putting that on the table now. And the great civil rights leader, Charles Manson, yes, Charles Manson, I didn't get that wrong. Charles Manson, I know he had some quagmire with some murders, but he himself never killed anybody. But Charles Manson, for those of you who know the LaBianca murders and so on and so forth, late 60s, Charles Manson said that Blackie would rise up and kill Whitey. But Blackie wouldn't know what to do with the power. He wouldn't have the smarts. And that's where he came in. He would come. What did he say? He would come from up under the ruins, and he would be the mastermind, because the black people just wouldn't know what to do. Anyway, I'm being silly. But my title, will interracial relationships solve the race problem in America? Salute to Tony Love 6682. He sent in a comment on yesterday's show because we touched on this particular upcoming show that we have now. Tony Love 6682 says interracial is the answer for a lot of black people who can't get along with their race. 2 kids later, it worked for me. Salute to this man. He looks like a dark complected person. We cannot deny that so many men, black men, if you will, I don't know what the numbers are now, but they seek out, light, bright, and almost white women. Yes, They claim the black woman is God, protect black women, but they don't necessarily wife them. Now, the numbers would say different for the majority, but there is an influx, if you will, with regards to celebrities, entertainers, and athletes. They usually marry outside of their, race. And keep in mind, race is a social construct, but you know what I'm trying to say, okay? All right. Also, before I get to my showrunner about religion, organized religion, but it wouldn't fit in the actual showrunner, I need to ask you guys, is Drake winning the war? Let me say that again. Troll babies, I need some help. Is Drake winning the war? Kendrick won the battle, hands down. Hands down, Not like us. He got up on the Super Bowl stage. And even though that was the most viewed Super Bowl, a lot of that had to do with the Chiefs, possibly a three-peating. But for those of you who said, the performance was over your head if you didn't understand it, okay, well, many reports are saying that Kendrick Lamar is not selling tickets. So I printed out some data and I posted a video in my community section. Okay. Florida Boy Jay, he and I spoke earlier, and I've got some notes here with regards to ticket prices. Okay. There have been rumors about Drake selling tickets for $12. The video in my community section is saying, no, that's not true. I'm not sure how much Kendrick Lamar's tickets are selling for, but let me just say this, and I'm sure I'm going to be a little bit biased on this. I think it was 2010 or 2009. I drove from Pennsylvania to Tufts University in Massachusetts to meet my then girlfriend at the school. She was from New York, but she went up there, something to do with one of her family members. And I drove from Pennsylvania. I don't even know how many miles that is, but we saw Drake live at Tufts University. Oh, the concert was fire. Fire! We were sitting on the lawn, and you can see the concert on YouTube. For those who know what I'm talking about, he performed, the songs at that particular point in time. That was the early Drake. Anybody know what I'm talking about? That concert was fire. Birdman came out on stage. Brrr, brrr. Shit was lit. I'm there with my girlfriend at the time. She had just turned 25. Her breath smelled so sweet, like peach, Jolly Ranchers, skin so smooth. She was from family from St. Vincent. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful time we had seeing Drake, and Drake got it in. Now, would I go see Drake again live? Decades later. What was that? 13, 14 years ago? Yeah, I would. I would go see Drake live again. Would I go see Kendrick Lamar live? No. Say what you want, but the halftime performance, it was just okay. What word did I say? Subpar or lackluster? It's lackluster. Now, Florida Boy Jay is going to call in. He feels different. He said he was into the whole black woke stuff. So, he'll call in shortly. Okay. Grand Finale, I see you, sir. Are you tapping in? Grand Finale, I got your email, sir. Where are we going? Hey, man, call in. Grand Finale. You've got credit. You've got credit with me, sir. I've been playing your band, and we will continue. Call in, man. Let me know what you want to do, okay? Also, thank you, Ralph. I got your donation, okay? And White Boy Rory, I sent you a text message if you want to chime in as well, okay? Okay, Ralph says, what is fair, light-skinned? Does that other skin unfair? Well, sir, you tell me. You tell me. I thank you for your donation, but let me just say, hey, nobody hates black people more than black people. Just like Hispanics. Nobody hates Hispanics more than Hispanics. Yeah, and we often don't put that on the table. The Cubans, the Colombians, the Venezuelans, Ecuador. Are you out there, sir? Ecuador has broken this down before. Another Hispanic, callers who support the machine. I say colorism will be the issue in the future. But thank you for your donation, Ralph. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go here. Phone lines open right now. Cash App, Super Chat. I'm just going to touch on my showrunner real quick. Did religion destroy your community? I wanted to say organized religion. And at first I was thinking, did the black church destroy your community? And the deed said, no, broaden the question, make it just religion. Because there's Catholics, and you've had priests over the centuries, if you will, that have done a lot of vile acts to young people. So you may not be of the Christian mentality or mindset, and you're a Catholic, or other things. Hold on a second. About that particular question. Now, community. Let me just say also, in all fairness, there's many people of color over the centuries, decades, that try to live around black people. They try. They get robbed, home invasions, and then they give up. Everybody just doesn't want to live around whitey. Can we agree on that? Throw babies. Some people just want to say, hey, I want to live in peace. I don't necessarily want to be coming out the side and coming out of the house and have to grip up. That was why I moved out of the Atlanta metro area. Well, I was living in Woodstock, pardon me. But I always gripped up at the gas stations. Sheesh. Erica, got your donation? Hold on a second. Oh, I like that. Well, sir, I'm going to keep it real with you, as I always do. Thank you for your support. It's niggas like Star you're going to have to watch out for, sir. Niggas like Star. I live in Emerald Isle. I moved here from Stone Harbor, New Jersey. I sold my home in Stone Harbor. You know this already. I'm down here. I live in a gated community. Listen, I'm part of the community patrol. Everybody where I live here, we wave at each other. Hey, how's it going? It's a community. If you're not part of the community, I want to know what you're doing here. Can I get an amen from anybody who, is of similar mindset? We're all nosy. I'm nosy as fuck. I'm looking at your license plate. When I go to the supermarket, listen, I'm on that bullshit. Sometimes I'll see somebody, at a vehicle, and I will go up to the little sticker to see if the inspection sticker is expired. Oh my God. Thank you for your donation, Eric. Okay, let me get to the phone lines here. Pardon me, guys, I'm rambling. The phone number. You should have this on the screen. Oh, the check and report. Salute to you, sir. Are you calling in? Okay, he says organized religion. And maybe I should talk before I go to the phone. So what do you say, guys? Organized religion have sucked the black. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a whole fact. Thank you, Eric, for your donation. Let me now put the check and report on the screen. That's a fact. Let me also say this. How many of you tried to do the right thing by way of the church? You're paying your tithes, and your wife is going to, I don't know, certain meetings and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you got some black preacher hitting on your wife. Sometimes they fall for the bullshit. They think that man is a connection to the omnipotent power, Preacher smashing your wife, giving her back shots, sending her back home to you, and then the next thing you know, she cries and says, sorry, do you forgive her? Fuck no, bitch. You got to go. Okay, let me get to the phone lines here. I want to get the show started. And again, anybody who wants to talk about Drake and Kendrick, is Drake winning the war? That's my question early. Let me go to area code 858. Hey, please watch the language. It's late night. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? Area code 858.
Yo.
Yes.
Hey, Star, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Drake is about to lose everything. He's like, he did 250,000 as far as the last sales of his last album.
Okay.
That's like his low count.
Okay.
So I think what's happening now is he's about to get ejected. And what's crazy is he didn't put it on Universal. It dropped on his own solo, but he came in as an artist on the side, like he was a featured artist, because they didn't want to make this like an actual album that dropped, because then it would look like he flopped. If the Kendrick thing, took like more bearing over everything. So he's got to really come with his next solo for something to really happen. But let's talk about the black and white thing, man.
Well, hang on a second, because I like what you just put into the mix there. I don't know. I don't know who's winning the quote unquote war, but I said I'm a little biased. I saw Drake live. Have you ever seen Drake or Kendrick live? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Who's going to go pay for those seats? Yes? No?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Have you seen either one of them live?
I mean,
in concert?
It's to be determined. Hey, did you see the video?
Sir, yes or no? Did you see Drake or Kendrick live in concert?
Oh no! I'm California. I'm California, but no. I don't. I'm not watching it. I'm not.
Hang on. Stay.
I'm your age. I'm your age, my man.
Okay.
I'm not.
Stay with me, sir. Sir, just hang on. According to reports, Kendrick has not sold out the 3 shows in his city, California. That speaks volumes to me. Listen, the numbers can be purchased. All that Spotify shit, the bots, and but when you go on tour, that's where it counts, because if you can't put people in those seats, then the tour gets canceled. You start losing money. That's where it is. Yes, no?
Where are you getting that information? That does not, the way the West Coast is on Kendrick's back right now. I've never seen this. Even listen, I'm originally from the East Coast. Okay, so I'm Biggie all day. So the way people were on Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, like I was heavy. The way the West Coast right now is on Kendrick. Right. Come on, man. Where are you getting that information from?
It's in my sir. It's in my community section. I'm giving you a source. Now, let me just ask.
That community section, that makes no sense.
So there's a link in my community section. You can watch the video. The girl gives you the sources. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Listen. I'm not trying to argue with you. Troll Babies, does he want to argue? I just gave him my source. Sir, listen, I'm gonna let you land your plane.
I got it.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
The concerts in Los Angeles, 3 of them have not been sold out. Go ahead and land your plane. I'll fall back. Go ahead.
Listen, if that is the source, I'm not going to argue, but I'm telling you, the way the West Coast, I mean, you saw the way everything is. Come on, bro. Like, you know the way everything is going down right now with Kendrick. And listen, I was on Kendrick before people even knew Kendrick. And I'm an East Coaster, right? So I'm talking way back. But then the way everybody got on Kendrick, I kind of got off. So I'm like, but I'm going to speak it real. The way Kendrick is right now, the West Coast, come on, man. It's like, there's no, I don't believe that. So if you're saying what you're saying is real, I don't even want to get into that with you, because I don't buy it. I think you need to check it. Like, check it next week.
Sir, I gave you a source. Sir, I gave you a source.
I got it, man.
Let's move on. Okay, that's fine. But I gave you. So
let's move on. I want to talk to you about something else.
Interracial.
Let's talk about race.
Okay.
Let's talk about race. Yeah, let's talk about race. Listen. I'm gonna speak it real. I'm not black. I'm not white. But I grew up with black culture. What does that make me? I grew up using the N-word. I don't use it today because everything's changed. Like, you got to have these signatures for your job saying if you're a he, she, I'm this, that. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, sorry about.
Okay, sir, one more profanity and you're out of here. Come on, man.
I'm sorry, bro. My bad. My bad.
Land your plane.
I'm speaking. I apologize. Let me get back to that.
Troll Babies, is it me or is this nigga on the powder? I'm trying to let him talk. What the hell? So land your plane, please. You have 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Come on.
Say it again.
Thank you, sir. Good night. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I tried. Good God Almighty. I don't know. I'm just asking. There's a source in my community section. I'm asking the question. Is Drake winning the war? Sheesh. Check-in report. I see you, sir. Good to hear from you. Where do you want to start? Check-in report.
Salute, sir. Salute.
Yes, sir. How are
salute,
you?
salute.
Scrag it.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the organized religion ruining the community.
Yes.
I have to chime in on that.
Please.
I mean, when I'm a FBA man, so I can only talk in regards to the black community that I come from. There was a time where the black church, they were organizing so much for the black community. They were instrumental in the civil rights era. They were instrumental in the boycott, the bus boycotts, and a lot of different things. The civil rights marches. And we're far removed from that. These churches, they're just draining us for money now.
Yeah.
And when you think about how long these churches have been in in an institution in our community, why don't they have a bank? Why aren't they building things for the community, infrastructures for the community, centers for the community? And now, don't get me wrong, there are some pastors that are, but majority, if we're looking at majority overall,
right, a
lot of these churches are just draining the communities that they come from. They're draining the people. You even talked about it, how you gotta pass the pork chop, dirty macking on your wife,
right.
Dirty macking on. I remember my mom. She goes to a church. My mom she been married for over 35 years.
Okay.
Pastor gonna ask her, is she single? What type of nonsense is that? I've seen this before.
Right.
I've seen this before. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I feel like the black church. I'm only talking in regards to the black church. It's become an institution of draining the community. For all it's worth, it doesn't provide anything for the community. It's not providing anything. It's not providing a service.
Well, let me jump in. Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
No,
yes, sir.
It does provide something for the black community. Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Hope. But now you got so many prominent black preachers. I've lost count. Eddie Long, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar needing a $50 million plane. Listen, I can go back to Reverend Ike. It just, at what point does it become a thing where, hey, wake up and smell the coffee, for God's sakes? I had to say that. They do provide something. Hope. Go ahead.
I agree on hope. That's what church does. It gets people ready for the by and by.
Yeah.
But yeah. I can't go into a bank with hope. I can't have kids in the community dealing with drugs in the community and gang violence in the community and give them hope. What can we get tangible? We look at the politicians and we ask them for tangibles. We look at, we're asking presidential candidates for tangibles. Why can't we ask the people taking advantage of the community for tangibles? We're looking at the governors, we're looking at the mayors, we're looking at the president, but what about the people in our communities rightfully draining the community?
You're right.
Every day.
You're right.
Why aren't we looking at them for tangibles? So, I mean, because we're so quick to look at the mayor, the governor, the president, but we should be the senator. We should be looking at the church people for tangibles in our community. So, I mean, I think that's something that people should be looking at.
Okay, now hold on a second. Let me just ask you: Have you ever heard of Father Divine?
I've heard of Father. Was that was back in the 1930s, right? Father Divine. Yeah, I've done my research on him.
His pimp hand was so strong.
Right? He had the white wife too, right? He had the white wife and
he had people who believed in him of all ethnicities, nationalities. He set the blueprint. But here's what I want to say with regards to your community, whatever your quote unquote community is. I'm just asking the question: did religion destroy it? Because again, a lot of people have tried to do the right thing, especially the black man, only to then lose his wife and family to the goddamn church. And I don't want to talk about myself being a non-believer. I've done that on multiple occasions, but too many times here, in America, and I want to focus on America, does the black man lose his family to the unknown? And I wanted to ask that question with regards to whatever your feelings and or thoughts are. Please, finish up.
Personally, I haven't seen that. Can there be a disconnect when maybe like let's say you have a union and a woman finds spirituality, and that could cause discontent by way of the church causing discontent in that relationship.
Yes,
I've seen that happen.
Yes,
I've seen that happen.
Yes,
that happened. Absolutely. I've seen that happen before. But I haven't seen it personally, but it hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it before. Yes, that can happen. Yes.
Okay. Hey man, before you go, any thoughts or any knowledge? Is Kendrick struggling to sell tickets? Kendrick Lamar. I've got a link in my community section. Just asking.
From what I'm seeing, yeah, it looks like he's kind of struggling. I mean, to be honest with you, I think that the whole thing, I heard the caller before. I mean, it's not even like a debate. I mean, Drake is just a bigger star, a bigger artist. Listen, this is a battle. It was a battle. Kendrick won.
Kendrick won the battle. He won the battle.
Yeah, he won the battle. He won the battle. But people get a little too mystified with the battle, but they don't really look at the war portion.
Facts.
Because if we go back to Jay-Z and Nas won the battle, but he clearly lost the war. So people have to, the war is fought over a long term. So it's not going to be a couple of rap records.
Can I jump in?
Have to see how this.
Can I jump
Absolutely.
In? I'm not too sure if Jay-Z won the war because Nas is filthy rich. He's got a lot of things going on that people don't necessarily know about. Troll babies, what is Nas's net worth? I mean, real net worth. It's not as much as Jay-Z's, but he doesn't go through the trials and tribulations that Jay-Z goes through, and I don't think he's ever been accused of graping a minor. Accused. Anyway, hey, man, good to hear from you. Check and report. Keep me posted on what you're doing, man.
Salute. Thank you.
Salute. Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, thank you for sharing this particular live. This is not a trending story. We're just talking. We did so good the other night that I felt we should at least readdress things. I'm not looking ready. Okay, grand finale. Good to hear from you. So let me see if I have your showrunner. I like that when sponsors tap in. Okay, here you go. Grand finale. He says he's not looking to call in right now. He's laid up. He just finished smashing a shorty and he's exhausted. But this man is one of my premier sponsors. Pow, there you go. YouTube.com/ at Grand Finale. Brand new music. Check him out. Tell him I sent you, okay? Hey, Miriam, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. I got your donation. Oh, okay. I don't know which Miriam that is, but there's a Miriam that I used to, that I was affiliated with, and she's furious that I'm still alive. I'm not sure if that's her or not, but thank you for your donation, whichever Miriam you are. And Lorna, I got your donation. Colorism is too profitable to end, unfortunately. That's one of the hardest donations I think we're going to have tonight. And you're right. It's too profitable to end anytime, unfortunately. Let me go to area code 601. Hey there, late night. Please watch the language. We're having a discussion. Area code 601.
Respect.
Hey.
Respect. All right. The first thing that I want to say is that what people don't realize, this is not a race thing.
Okay.
This is a elitist thing. It's oligarchy.
Okay.
Which means a few people at the top want to run the bottom. They want all the money. Okay. So people voted for Trump and I'm so disappointed in black men. They voted in Trump because, they said they were tired of black women getting welfare and government assistance when the biggest the people who really get the government assistance are white women and Elon Musk. He is the welfare queen.
Okay.
He gets $8 million a day compared to other people $64 or $4 a day for food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
We are being robbed of our tax-paying money that a lot of us pay into the system. And then we're being bullied. And then the mere fact that Elon Musk and Trump now are accessing all of your information where they can be like the dark web and extract money out your account anytime they want to, because they got everything they need, right? And then the mere fact that they're taking away our civil rights. And then what disappoints me the most is you got most of these black people who was all Republican Trump. I get it. He bamboozled y'all. He fooled y'all. I get it. But now, at least—
Can I jump in, darling? Because you're going in a direction that's not really what my topic is about. But
I got you. My bad.
Stay with me.
I was on one.
That's fine. Stay with me. I appreciate your call. Okay. I'm not even gonna push back on what you just said. I don't necessarily agree, but I let you say it, right? I let you say it. The title will interracial relationships and or dating solve the race problem in America. Now, I'm not worried about radical white people.
I got you. I can do it.
I'm not worried about radical white people. I'm not concerned about Hispanics crossing the border. I'm worried about
right.
I'm worried about niggers.
All right. So no, it will not. Because what we fail to see is the divide and conquer technique. Mm-hmm. Because we got FAFO. They don't care nothing about white people either. If you're poor, you're poor. Right. They don't care nothing about poor people, right. Nobody. So it's divide and conquer. While we point the finger at each other when we should be working together, they are busy extracting and stealing and robbing us of our—
Can I jump in, baby? You're saying us and we a lot. Who is us and we, to be clear?
Taxpayers. Taxpayers.
I live in Emerald Isle. Can I ask where you live? What are your taxes?
I pay taxes.
I'm just asking, baby, where do you live?
I know. I'm just saying. You know how I go. I pay taxes.
Where, baby? Where?
No, we ain't giving up all of that. But I pay taxes, baby. Yeah. I pay taxes, little baby.
Okay, hang on. Can you just tell me the county, not necessarily,
No, I ain't telling you none of that. I am not telling you none of that. Just know. And then I'm a bigger taxpayer than just employment. Okay? I'm a taxpayer. I'm a real taxpayer out here.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Well, can I say this and then I'll let you land your plane with all due respect?
That's my statement too. I don't know if I started there, but no, I got that stuff going again. Good. That land my plane. Okay. But I'm about to get up out of here.
Well, hang on. I want to throw something at you and I'll let you land your plane.
All right.
Now, with all due respect, I'm gonna profile you. Don't take it personal.
Here we go.
I live in Emerald Isle. If I see you in my gated community, you better be driving an Amazon truck. Go ahead and land your plane.
Nah, if I'm paying taxes in your gated community, you better bow down and respect me just like you expect some respect. And that's all I'm saying.
Thank you, darling. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Same to you.
Bye.
Peace.
All right. Okay. I enjoy talking to folk, huh? Everything doesn't have to be my way or the highway. Hold on a second. Who just sent it? Modine, I see you in the live chat. Okay. I'm not sure what your callers let me know that crack is cheap. And let me put that on the screen. This person spent Skrilla. People still smoke crack, sir or ma'am? I have no idea. Let me put that on the screen. Okay. Thank you so much for your donation. And again, salute to Lorna. Hey, Marty, thank you for chiming in under Friday's show about was slavery a choice in America? And Janet, did you know that Marty got right at you? It was respectful. She didn't, try and take your head off. But I just want to be clear, because when people take the time to leave, comments that are well thought out and that sort of jazz, I want to make sure that they are heard. Okay, let me go to area code 678 late night. Please watch the language. 678.
What's good, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
Doing all right. Hey, on the timing on the interracial topic.
Will interracial relationships and or dating solve the race problem in America?
No, it won't at all. You see, that's why I don't mind that hardcore racism that white folks was doing back in the days. When they was letting it be known, if you're not white, you're getting it.
Okay.
I always said, if I was white, I would apply pressure with the racism. I'll be going after the light skins, the yellow bones,
right,
the high yellows, the interracials,
yeah,
just to let them know it's not about, life is not about being pretty. Life is about dominating and ruling as the race.
Right.
May the best race wins.
Yeah.
This is what goes on in white people's minds. They're not doing none of this. They're not about trying to have no pretty light-skinned kids, man. Black people need to understand that. Or the biracials need to understand that. This is a serious. That's why that caller you had talking about, I'm not white, I'm not black. You see, that's why, these type of racism need to come back to the forefront. Just so they can let, these white folks can let them know, well, listen, you're definitely not white.
Yeah.
You see, like, people got to get that through their head. Right? Life is not about being pretty. Life is not about having some light-skinned ass Spanish kid or a colored-eyed kid or good
Hispanic, sir. Hispanic, because hang on a second, because again, people always think that when you say Spanish, you're talking about Puerto Ricans. No, those are Hispanics. People from Spain will let you know there is a difference. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just call them Chicos, man. I don't care. They ain't my people.
Okay.
That's what black people gotta understand. Everything's about race. The name of the game in these white people's eyes is to dominate and be supreme. It's to be the one, to be the best race standing. And black people need to have that same mindset. It's not about being equal. It's about dominating. They got to understand that. This is serious. But they think they could.
Can I jump in, sir? Because listen, I'm sipping some wine here. It's late night. I want to stir the pot. I think for the most part, quote unquote, black people, as you just pointed out, here in America, are in love with their oppressor. They will kill each other. They will kill each other. They will try to destroy the business of a fellow black or melanated person, but they will watch their goddamn mouth when it comes to Ofe. They don't want no smoke with white people. And at some point in time, listen, I'm a low budget sociologist. I'm a fucking dropout. At some point in time, America may just turn into a newer version of South Africa. What was it? From 1948 until somewhere in the 90s, white people ruled that. You know that? South Africa?
Yep.
Yeah, come on.
Yep. Yeah, sadly, you're right. Unfortunately, it's sad that, what you stated is real. Like, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. Black people got severe case of Stockholm Syndrome. It's sad. It's like literally sad. I'm from Plainfield.
Okay.
I call myself Kill Pretty.
P-Funk.
Once you step outside of Plainfield, whether you're going in Somerset County or whether you're going in Middlesex County, all you see is a bunch of self-hate, weirdo stuff. A bunch of colorists.
I think you and I spoke one time before. Do they?
Yes, we have.
Do they still have those really nice homes in North Plainfield?
Nah, there's still the Sleepy Hollow section in Plainfield. Yeah. Nah, it's still there. It's still there.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'll ramble after I finish talking to you, but I almost had my first piece of black pussy there. It was a very upscale area back in late 70s when I went there. But anyway, land your plane, man. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Go ahead.
Thank you for the topic. Yes, sir. This is good, but black people gotta understand the name of the game is to dominate. We're not name this game not to be equal people. Stop all this kumbaya, get off that kumbaya mindset.
Right.
And with the self-hating black people, stop with that Dominican mindset. You're black.
Okay.
And understand that.
Salute. Thank you, man. Salute.
Salute.
Okay.
Salute.
Pardon me, guys. I'll edit that part out about the North Plainfield. It's 1979. I went to this girl's house. And she said, "Do you have a condom?" I said, "Condom." She wouldn't let me hit it. Okay, I'm doing too much. Guys, on the screen, there's my Zelle information if you want to support the machine. Okay. If I missed any of your super chats, you can send me an email and I will read them as I'm doing this show here. Charlie, I got your donation. Star, did you ever try to be a pastor in your day? Absolutely. Sir, in 1981, when I first moved to New York, I was in Times Square for a couple of months, I've told this story before. I was passing out Jesus Saves pamphlets. I was wearing Swedish knits and Stacey Adams shoes. And then a Puerto Rican girl turned me on to cocaine. And I said, man, this is what it's about. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh, whoa. White boy Rory, I see you. Was cracking, was shaking.
Yo, what's poppin', Star?
What's going on with you, man? How you feel?
You know how I feel. I'm always good, man.
Okay. I'm not going to mention your email. If you want to go there, that's on you.
Nah, we good.
Okay.
Nah, we good.
Okay.
Okay.
Was cracking, was shaking.
Yeah, nah. My cards are on the table, man. My cards are always on the table. Yeah, we ain't hiding nothing. So, do I think that interracial relationships will help the racial problem?
Solve racism in America.
Nah, it's not going to solve it. It's going to make it worse. Because all they're going to do is just get a bunch of white girls pregnant and walk away from their babies, too. These black dudes ain't nothing, man. I gotta be honest with you. These Americans, these Afro-Americans, these FBA, they ain't shit. I'm sorry, man. My sister had a whole baby.
Rory,
you heard that? Y'all said
Rory, are you going there?
Cute little dude.
Rory, are you going there? I'm not asking you to do that. You're going there.
No, we're good. What we gonna do? We good.
Come on.
My sister I haven't talked to my sister in 2 years. I come down to Florida because we have some family business to take care of. She introduced me to a whole half black baby, man.
A half-breed.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Girl, you tripping? Like, you out of your fucking mind? Because she's crazy as hell. I'm going to end up raising this kid sooner or later. Me and my brother, because she said, I said, where's he at? Who's the father? Where's homeboy at? No, he ain't shit. I don't talk to him no more.
I don't know where he
at. And I'm like, what? And this little nigga baby got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh my God, what have you after doing? What have you after doing?
Troll babies. White boy in his feelings. Give him some time. And I think we got Janet in the queue.
How could we go?
Hold on a second. Janet, sit tight. I see you. Give me 5 minutes, Janet. Sit tight. Okay, Rory, back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do. I'm kind of speechless. This whole thing was laying on me yesterday, and I was like, all right, all right, cool. What's his name?
Don't say his name on the show.
I'm not gonna say. No. I'm not gonna say his name. But she gave him an Irish name, a white boy name, And but he's cute. I sent you the email. Just saw a couple pictures of him. He's a cute little. I mean, he looks more white. He's a cute little baby. Like I think he's 15 months old. No, 13 months old. So something like that. 13 months old.
Whoa. So
yeah, it's wild.
So hold on, because you and I talk real greasy behind the scenes about other people. So a Florida nigga put your sister's ankles.
Nah,
hang on. A Florida nigga put your sister's ankles behind her neck.
No. He was from New York. He's a black dude, but he's from New York. Yeah.
A nigga on the run from New York down in Florida.
Yeah, right, exactly. Don't nobody know where he's at. She ain't trying to say his name or nothing. You know, we all inquired, believe me. Yeah. Who the hell is this kid's father? You know, she's not
respect the jokes.
Trying to talk about that. But she told us a little something. He's from Brooklyn. Yeah. Some dude from Brooklyn. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. But no, I don't. Will it help? No. I mean, here we go. We got a goddamn burden on their hands. Where's he at? Where's his family at? You know what I'm saying? This is all on us. This is all on us now. So I don't know. Yeah, and as far as like, I think it could. You know, forget about that. That's my own family. That's my own stuff.
Well, no. Hang on a second, because you have come forward with this truth, as you said. I think it'll solve the race problem in you.
Say it again.
I think that interracial a baby will solve the race problem in you. I think you're going to be a lot more sensitive with how you speak now. I really do.
No, I'll probably teach him to not like black people. We'll be like, yo, yeah, look, check this out. We're good people. We took care of you.
That's cap.
Father and his people ain't nowhere around.
That's cap. That's cap.
Now, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure I already like the kid. I mean, you know, I met him. What the hell? He's a baby.
You love him.
Yeah, he's my nephew. What am I supposed to do? He's my nephew.
Right. You smelled that little fresh skin. He looked at you with those little eyes, and you said, "Wow."
Nah, he's cute as hell.
Yeah.
You saw the picture, Star. You can tell the people.
I deleted it. I deleted. I don't want no. I want no emails of minors in my.
He got blonde hair. He's like got like a whole. He's like a blonde curly kid. So look all crazy, but he's cute. I ain't gonna lie, he's cute. But
I'm gonna let you go, man. You sound soft. Let's go. Let's talk tomorrow. Yo,
check this out. The other callers sound crazy. How was it Trump and Elon's fault? How was it Trump?
Rory. We're not talking about that. Rory, we're not talking about that. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right.
And white boy got broken in half, huh? A nigga from Brooklyn hemmed up his sister. I say that respectfully. Got him talking different. Janet, there you are tapping in Sunday night. What's going on with you, Janet?
Hey, Star.
What's going on, Janet?
I'm laughing at Rory. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness! Congratulations are in order. So let's say that. You know,
for Rory or me?
So for Rory.
For Rory, yeah.
His family has a brand new baby.
Never mind him. Will interracial relationships solve the race problem in America? Can we start there, Janet?
No.
Come on.
No, what it's going to do is make more crazy people. Now, I don't have any scientific data on this.
It's okay.
My mother used to tell me, if you get a mutt, it's the best dog in the world. The most loyalest dog you ever going to find is a mutt. But in a human, a mixed breed human is the most craziest thing you're ever going to find in your life. They're dangerous and they're not to be trusted.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
And, you know, she comes from a very mixed family, you know, so I don't think what it's going to do is going to just put more crazy people in America. And it's really, I mean, like, if you see what's going on with all this, like, you know, mixing the blood and mixing the culture, everybody says kumbaya. So I'm going to say it's kumbaya because that's the political thing to say. But it's really tearing down, because if you notice, when you get people that are from the original countries that they've been there, their family been there for centuries, Africa, Europe, whatever, they seem to be more intelligent and they seem to be more calmer. They do. If you go to Europe and you get the most...
You falling for the bullshit. Now, hold on a sec. Hold on. You said people from Europe are more intelligent? How did you phrase that?
No, I didn't say that. I said if you see people who come from their original lands like Europe or Africa, people are pure blood. If they're Caucasians mixed with the Neanderthal, and then you got your Africans who are the human beings. Now, if in each in their own respect, or more, okay, or more docile. If like for lack of a better term, or more docile. Yeah, I mean, like my mother said, when you mix blood, you get crazy.
Okay.
When you mix the races, you get crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You've heard me say the worst mammy is a high yellow mammy, right? A high yellow.
Well, I heard you say that, but
that's a whole fact.
Well, that's what she used to say. And then she used to say that people that are the color of piss are the worst, are the most dangerous people in the world. That's what she used to say. Yeah, I don't have no sign.
I'm not loyal to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not loyal to nobody.
I'm sorry?
I'm not even that light skin, and I'm loyal to nobody. Anyway,
well,
so hang on a second. Marty got at you directly in Friday's show. Did you see her comment?
No, I didn't see it. What happened?
I don't know. Just when you get time going over there, she was respectful, but
Well, why? Well, Friday did I was asleep Friday. I seen you show the next day because I left a lot of research.
I was busy this week. I was busy. I wasn't really checking emails and stuff like that. That's why I got back to you late with regards to that movie. It was trash. I don't want to say trash and just cut down the film that you sent me, but that was a trash movie. But I was busy.
I loved it.
Okay. I was busy, and then like I said, Amy and Deeds were checking the comments today, and so Marty put your name in a comment. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that now.
Well, why would she put my name in a comment? I don't work for the Star Report.
It was
and I didn't make any comment. And I didn't make any comment on Friday's show because I wasn't up. I was asleep.
It was respectful, but can we move on? It was a respectful comment. Showrunner Janet, hold on a second. Let me make sure I'm not losing track here. Showrunner, did organized religion destroy your community? You.
No. I must say, no, not at all. I'm quite sure in some areas that I don't know about, but no, I come from the Community Church of God. They was always giving back to the community, So, they haven't always been. They've been human, and it might have slipped up sometimes, but they corrected themselves. But no, my church, they do food drives. They give out food. They do, they come to your house if you ask them. But you got to ask them this, and they will do it. But like when the COVID came, or when there's something happening, a hurricane or whatever, they're the first ones out there. They work, and you need any help with your paperwork. You understand what's going on. Blase. Yeah. So,
guys, hold on a second, because Janet and I have to really comb through this. Janet is a woman of experience. She's traveled, former armed forces, and she's a homeowner. But now, with all due respect, you moved out of that Black community that you were raised up in, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You now live around predominantly.
Oh, you know what?
Hang on. You now live around predominantly, I'm just gonna say, other folk than your own. Yes.
Well, no, it's a lot of Black people. I was at the BJ's the other day. The lady was saying, "Oh, your hair's so nice," and I was like, "Girl, this crochet."
Janet, you sent me a picture of your home. I Googled it. There's very few Black people where you live. Stop the cap. Now, here's the thing. Let's go back to your community.
You Googled my home? What happened? You said go back to what?
Your community. It says, did religion destroy your community? I have a theory that your community, is not the same because of religion. Too many people, by way of religious actions and other things, if you will, have infiltrated and spoken up on behalf of Black people who are not necessarily religious, and they have taken a stronghold and destroyed such communities as the one you grew up in. It's just my theory. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, Star, I was born and raised in a house. We lived in houses all our lives.
Yes.
If I'm from Newark, if anyone knows about the Weequahic area in Newark, that's the area I'm from, and I'm from the old Weequahic section.
I know.
The only thing that destroyed the community in my area was crack, and crack was brought in by your government, by your United States government.
Oh, God.
So it wasn't the religion that destroyed my community, because we had both Muslim, Christians, we had the Jehovah's Witness, we had everybody. It wasn't a separate thing, and people wasn't like fleecing folks for money. We worked together. You gotta remember, I grew up in an area that was considered like middle class,
Yes.
or lower middle class.
Yes. I know your pedigree. Hold on, Jen. I know your pedigree. You're not from the slums. I know who I'm talking to. Now, hang on a second. But before we go, over the river and through the woods, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. You saying crack? You saying crack took down your community? I'm saying that's cap. I'm saying Sharp James did people in your community. And that's why it fell. Sharp James had those preachers and those church folk in his pocket. Did he not? Sharp James.
Well, he might have, but as I say now, you have to understand, like the community that I come from, which was majority Black.
Yes.
Now the neighborhood is mixed up with different things.
Yeah.
Yes, there were crooked politicians, and I believe that Sharp James, he did go to jail, so you can state that he was a crooked politician at one point in time. But however, my community was strong. We didn't start locking our doors in our neighborhood until crack hit. We didn't lock our doors, our front doors. The neighbors came over. So we didn't lock our doors. Well, I didn't know anything about this. That's why it was a culture shock when crack hit the neighborhood, and it hit it hard because people wasn't expecting something like this. It devastated Newark. It devastated the Black community.
Sharp James is still alive, right? He's still alive.
I believe so. So yeah, so it wasn't religion. It was your United States government that destroyed Newark. Especially when they did that attack on Newark, when they declared war on Newark and did that military action back in 1967. So if we want to talk about who destroyed, the community, the Black community, it wasn't the Black community itself. It was external forces, i.e., United States government.
Okay. All right, listen, Jen, I hate to cut you short. I got to get back to the show. Great to hear from you. And I didn't want to trash the film that you sent me, but thank you. And we'll catch up this week, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now. Anybody from Newark, New Jersey or Irvington? Ooh, that nigga was a straight pimp. Sharp James. 37th mayor of Newark from 1986 to 2006. His pimp hand was strong. I'm coming to the phone. Sit tight, guys. Always first-class media. Call Shahrazad Ali to discuss interracial relationships. I spoke to the Queen 2 weeks ago. She sends me care packages from time to time for those who know. She sends me a whole lot of rare newspapers and things with regards to the Nation of Islam and Black media and so on and so forth. Guys, on the screen right now is my email address for those who, if you're in the queue and I don't pick up the phone, just say, hey, Star, I'm on the line. I think 1051 Fam sent a donation, or two, pardon me. Good evening, Star. Atheism in itself is a religion, like it or not. It's faith in the belief that all things come from nothing and have no inherent value. That's false, sir. That's false. I'm an objectivist, to be precise. I say atheist, which is not an organized religion, but I know what you're trying to say, but thank you for your donation. He also says scripture warns believers of wolves that creep in and do what we see false preachers do today. Okay. The judgment of God on people want to hear lies. Can you call in 1051 fam? Tell me what area code you're calling from. Also, he says it's ironic that false preachers like Jakes and Creflo Dollar skew and practice the opposite of scripture, yet are still seen as Christian. Well, that's a lot what you just said right there. I appreciate your donation. Hold on a second. Okay, put that on the screen. Pastor and Pampa. Okay. Guys, I'm doing a lot. Just bear with me. I appreciate your perspective, 1051 fan, but no, I'm not part of any religion, not even the disbelief. And when we talk about belief and non-belief, I will say non-belief to cut it short so that you get an understanding of what it is that I'm trying to say. But here, what we have is the metaphysically given. You've heard me say that before. Whether you can explain it or not, that's up to you. When people say, well, how do we get here? Well, I say, please tell me. I'm dying to know. But usually, you know what they do? They say, well, the Bible. Oh, when you bring in the Bible, then I'm gonna have an issue with you because most people don't know the Bible. Let me also say this, 1051 fam, based upon the principle of sufficient reason, it proves the principle of sufficient reason. It proves that God is either non-existent, powerless, or meaningless. When you get time, Google that, sir. Okay. Let me go to area code 305. Are you there? Good evening. We're talking about a few topics, mainly interracial dating.
Yes. Hello, Star. How you doing,
sir.
man?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I was going to cover that topic there with the interracial dating. I guess solving the race issue in America.
Okay.
Now, from my perspective, I'm part of the generation we grew up. They were telling us that this would happen. A term you said earlier was the majority minority, and that would happen to white people. Now, with that taking place, that's kind of what that power shift is happening. So, as that paints the landscape for the future, what that will do is it will kind of solve the race problem because, as Rory just gave an example, there are people who may be racist or they may not be a part of a certain race or community, but they'll have to then learn, a little bit more about having that empathy or sympathy toward that and learning how to move forward with someone from that's not your culture, moving with your culture going forward. So as that takes place on a wider scale, what will happen is like the race issue will be gone and it'll become more of a class issue, or as you were saying, it might become colorism.
Colorism.
There will be something.
Colorism.
Right. It'll be colorism.
Woo.
It'll be colorism and viability or productivity. If you're not contributing to like the new neo-America, regardless of your race, and then regardless of your race, it's going to be, are you producing for America? And then in terms of what you can do or produce, that's where colorism will kick in, because other cultures, say, FBA, the Tethers, the Hispanics, the Latinos, they already engage in colorism. The Indians, the Asians, they already do it. So if they're mixing in and bleeding out the white people, we're getting rid of them. Well, whatever's going to replace them is going to be a new system, and that's the colorism. So it may solve the race problem, but it's going to be a new problem going forward.
That's exactly what I said earlier. It's going to be far worse than racism. I mean, if you ask me, we're all racist, and the old dictionaries once upon a time used to describe racism as one concerned with one's own race. But go ahead. Keep talking. I'm listening. Go ahead. You have the floor.
I mean, just in terms of that, that's all I kind of want to touch base with that topic. It's just, if you're my generation, I was born in the 90s, so people kind of our age, the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s, they told us this was going to be happening in terms of a racial mixing, and this was going to be like a new race, a new American race. And kind of what Trump is doing and a lot of these policies and whatnot, you can see they're trying to protect themselves in terms of the white race. To shield themselves and insulate them from it, but it's kind of an inevitable thing because they're already outnumbered on a wide majority scale. So as that tide shifts, it's going to become a newer race. like a standard American per se.
Can I speak to that?
Subject I want to touch on.
Can I speak to that?
Go ahead.
Yeah. 90s babies can't tell me shit. They haven't fought no real wars. They're confused for the most part.
We didn't.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, they fought no real social wars. You know, this whole thing about, Batiman behavior, Fosse boy activity. That's the only thing that they've actually faced head on, And I don't respect that as some type of goddamn social stance, We now have 4-7 back in office, and there's 2 genders, male and female.
Right.
If you have a tool, you're a male. See, now we can say that again. If you have a tool and you have a wig, you're confused. You have a fucking mental issue. Go ahead. So I just want to say that.
I'm with that. No, I'm with that. I'm with that type of energy. The R word, excuse the algorithm. Retarded is back. You can call people out. It's changing to a new day. I'm with that. I have no problem with that. So yeah. But the other subject I want to touch on was the Drake. Is Drake winning the war? Yeah. I think Drake is winning this war for the simple fact he put his gloves up. He put out his last diss track. He said, "You calling me the PDF? I'm out of this. Y'all have it." From there, Kendrick has continued his run, and they had the LA concert, the Grammys, Super Bowl. But they said Drake was finished. He wouldn't move 80,000 first week. He just did 250,000 first week. 14th album. He's now tied Hove. He's still on tour. And, if that was the case, if he was really finished, that wouldn't even be a conversation. So he had, more Diamond albums coming. Drake is still doing this thing. It was a big, spectacle. It was a big moment. But Drake is still winning the war. He's still out here. Okay. And we're looking for what's next.
Okay. Yep. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Salute.
Okay. Yep. Salute. Okay. 1051 fam. Hey, man, I responded to your email if you want to call in. Guys, there's my email address on the screen if you want to call in. Join the conversation. I like to let other people talk. I've been talking for years about myself. I like to hear other people talk. Tony Touch, I see you, sir. Tony Touch, do you have any smoke for FBA niggas tonight? Is that Tony Touch who brings the heat in the live chat? I don't have my contacts in. Guys, is Drake winning the war? If you're just now joining me, I'm a little biased on this because, again, I saw Drake live. I'm pretty sure it was 2010, Tufts University. I was there cuffing my girlfriend at the time. Can I tell you guys a crazy story? Oh, man. Well, first of all, how far? Let me see. How far is Hazleton, PA, from Medford? Isn't Tufts in Medford, Mass? Five hours and 30 minutes. At the time, I was living in Hazleton, PA, because I was a slumlord. I had over 80 trailer parks. And she went to Medford, Mass. Her family, I'm not going to get into the whole situation, but such a beautiful girl then and now still, I'm sure. And the day before, she said, "Are you coming?" We had just had an argument. I said, "Coming where?" She said, "To Tufts. Drake is performing tomorrow." I drove 5 hours and 30 minutes to Medford, Massachusetts. Tufts. Florida Boy Jay, where are you? It says Boston, but I could have swore that was Medford. Yes, no, maybe? Medford campus? I don't know. Anywhere. Boston Avenue. The concert was fire. Go ahead and laugh in the live chat. Laugh if you must. Her and I are sitting on the lawn. She smelled like heaven. And all that arguing shit was out the window. Now, I didn't really care about seeing Drake live, but her and I got on the same page, and Drake just happened to be performing. I said, all right. Let me go to area code 773. Pardon me, guys. Late night, we're talking about interracial dating and or relationships. Will it solve the race problem in America? Area code 773. Yes, no, maybe.
Hey, good evening, Star.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yes, hello.
How are you? Yes, sir.
All right, and you?
I'm good, sir.
Good. Yeah, so my comment on the race problem, I don't think interracial dating will help that problem. I think the people's intention in interracial dating is not pure enough to help the problem, especially nowadays. So I think it'll do nothing for it, really.
Okay, can I ask how old you are? We're just having a conversation.
39.
Do you think that it will create a new problem? The mutts, the half-breeds, because, based upon my research and the research that Sunday assisted me with, I don't know if Sunday's in the live chat, it looks like it'll be a new problem, with the half-breeds. What do you think about that?
That's a good question. Quite possibly. I think if the communities aren't accepting of half-breeds, if interracial people are not welcomed in their communities and they don't feel a part of it, then I think likely that could be a problem.
What communities are you talking about, sir? Respectfully, what communities are you talking about? Black communities?
Well, yeah, every community, but sure.
Biracial people don't want to be a part of black communities.
You said they don't want to be part of them?
No. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that might be true too.
I'm just being honest, sir. I'm just saying no.
Yeah. So I think the interracial dating thing now is kind of it's just a dating thing. It's not going to help things because people now, they're so selfish that they're not looking to like help the families that they're dating or any of that stuff. It's just, I see something online that I like, let me find out about it. That's pretty much all it is. It's not going to go, very deep. Like what I see with the young couples is they're going to create their own reality or try to, and that's that. They're not going to be part of a community. It's not like, the old days where probably you had to date somebody from your neighborhood and you be really invested, in that regard versus probably now it's just going to be a online sort of thing. Well, let me import a person from wherever they're from and change their life. And that's not going to really do nothing for the type of problems that we have in America.
Listen, we're just having a conversation. I don't claim to know, but AI is going to, if you ask me, rearrange quote unquote communities in the not so distant future. So, all that tribalism stuff, that's going to be a thing of the past. What you say, it'll all be now based upon IQs, potential, stuff like that. If you have cancerous tumors that can be detected when you're, goddamn newborn,
Serious.
People won't want you living in their quote unquote community. Does that make sense or no? Or am I just rambling?
Yeah. Technology is what's creating the future. It's not, this person and that person hating on the next person. It's it's big business technology. That's what's controlling it. So I 100% agree.
Eugenics will be a thing that, in my opinion, be utilized in the future. But listen, man, go ahead and land your plane. I'm just, sitting here talking.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with that too, because there's so much stuff going on, like with clinics and who knows how people are gonna create life going forward. Like you said, everything's with money. You could do whatever you want, just about. So,
what'd you say? Clinics?
Man.
You said clinics?
Well, yeah. Fertility clinics. I don't know a ton about it, but let's just say, I can go you can go to a clinic and pick out any type of race baby you want. So,
Well, they're going to take a DNA. They're going to take a DNA sample from you first. You're not just going to be able to purchase, something that you want to be a part of.
Right.
They may give you an injection, sir, and then you wake up at a goddamn sterilization camp. Listen, man, I appreciate the call.
Hey, my last thing I'm gonna say is shout out to
we don't do shout outs, sir. Knock that off. Caught him trying to give a shout out, sir. Oh boy. 1 second. Are you tapping in from hold on a second, that's the wrong call. Hold on. 267. Are you tapping in from Pennsylvania?
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Who's this?
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? What's cracking? What's shaking?
I'm doing good. So, this is an interesting question. Yeah. Will interracial dating solve the race problem?
In America?
No.
In America?
No. A lot of those who are products of interracial relationships, when it's mixed black and white, those individuals a lot of times are more racist than actual white people.
That's a fact.
They're vicious to black people. So I'm willing to say that it'll get worse. And it's quite interesting in terms of interracial dating. I've noticed that white men are heavily restricted. They're heavily restricted, believe it or not. They can sleep with whoever they want, but, getting serious and having a family, especially with a black woman, there's hell to pay for them. So
I would I would
disagree,
but I don't want to just cut you off. What generation are you from? I forget. You're not as old as me.
Millennial.
Right? Okay. I would disagree. I would say that things are different now, and you got these Caucasian males who are loving and taking care of those black queens. And it's not really about what the family thinks, Serena Williams got herself a real one. Eve. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
When the white man is still actively trying to get it,
okay,
that's a line they usually do not cross. But when they got it, they can do whatever they want. But when they're trying to move up the ladder, they're afraid. There's hell to pay for moving a certain type of way as a white man. For those who actually care to try to climb the ladder, because there are some that don't care, and I think those ones are obvious. But in terms of I've seen some biracials, especially if their look kind of lean towards the white side, they're brutal, they're vicious, and blatant in your face. You see?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to solve anything.
Yeah, I think it's going to create a whole new problem. Did you ever see School Days, the Spike Lee film?
Yes, years ago, yeah.
I loved it, but it didn't do well in the theaters. I think it was ahead of its time. Do you remember the premise? It was colorism.
It
was deep. I loved it, but listen, who am I? I'm just a low-budget sociologist. Any thoughts with regards to religion destroying communities, whether they be Catholic, Jewish, Black? Any thoughts with regards to that? Do you care?
Religion serves as a good cover for deviant people.
Mm-hmm.
The most deviant, vicious, psychotic sociopaths, one of their main covers is religion. You see? So religion has always been corrupted.
I would agree.
When people start talking about the Bible, you better watch out. Watch your back. They usually don't mean anybody any good, but they'll mention God and Jesus and the Bible, you know, so you can let your guard down, but they usually don't mean anybody any good.
Yeah. Okay, well, I appreciate the call. Anything else you want to say?
That's it, Star. Were you thinking about something?
No, I'm just sitting here sipping some Josh wine and wondering, is Drake winning the war?
All right, Star. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Nice to hear from you, Sarah. Take care. Bye now.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Troll babies, is Drake winning the war? Who's going to see Kendrick in concert? Call in. Somebody's at, I didn't catch it fast enough. Star, what is your, did you say what is my position on the topic? What's I've been talking all night. I want other people to talk. You got to watch out for niggas like me. Niggas like Star. Oh my goodness. I mean, racist, but no, I can't find that particular comment. 724, you there? Good evening.
Yes, this is
yes, sir.
This is Chris from Uniontown.
How is
first time calling?
Yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
What is the topic? Is you think interracial? Hello?
I'm sorry. You said what is the topic?
Yeah, I know it's about interracial couple and church in the community and stuff like that. But with the interracial thing, I don't think it. I was told one time. I don't know if this is true.
Well, hang on a second. So I must ask you this with all due respect. Can you see the question? Are you dyslexic, or do you just not know?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the TV. I don't see it right now, but I know it was like.
Okay.
I know it was something to do with interracial. Or are they gonna? Is it gonna change racism down the line? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the real question is, should ignorant black people be put in concentration camps? That's what we're really talking about.
I don't know about that. I'm mixed.
Okay.
I'm Blackfoot Indian, black, and my people from Amsterdam.
Okay.
So I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm from the country. I grew up around the Klan.
Okay.
So I got.
Well, why are you illiterate, sir?
So,
respectfully. Why are you illiterate? The goddamn question is on the screen. Can you not?
I don't see it. It ain't on the screen. It ain't on the screen. I'm not illiterate, Star.
Well, so I'm asking the question. It's right there, sir.
I'm not. I know you're drinking. I know you're drinking, and I'm 58.
No, sir. A drunk person. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm sipping, but I'm speaking.
But I'm 50. I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. I was just trying to answer. I was trying to tell you about the story of. I had a woman that told me if the father in the interracial relationship was white and the woman was black, the kids was going to turn out.
Well, sir, the only thing a nigga can tell me is the time of day. So can you bring that down and read the question? It's on the screen. Right there, sir.
It ain't on the screen. It says.
Thank you, sir. Good night. Why do you want to argue with me? I don't want to argue. Well, troll babies, what that nigga claiming Blackfoot something Indian? Man, knock it off. No, my grandmother, she had Cherokee hair. How many times have we heard niggas say that, huh? Claiming to be everything but a nigga. Guys, hold on a second. I'm looking for to see if Florida Boy Jay's tapping in. Okay, hold on. I'm doing a lot right now. I have my contacts in. Hey, Vera, good to hear from you, girl. Okay. Yes, Vera, I drove from Hazleton, PA to Tufts University. to see my sweet, tender girlfriend at the time. She didn't have a blemish on her body. Cute pink fingernail polish and toenail polish. She smelled like heaven. And Drake just happened to be performing. Thank you for your donation. All right, I don't see anybody else by way of Cash App. Something happened with the phone here. I have to reset it. Let me go to area code 908. Late night, are you there? 908. We're talking about interracial dating. Will it solve the race problem in America? Are you there? 908?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, will interracial dating solve the race problem in America? Absolutely.
Speak on it, God. Speak on it.
Well, I believe that once you interrate, like Latin America, you get it? How down there in Latin America they mix and they just became one people. So I think that was eventually going to happen over here.
Okay. Well, which type of people from Latin America? Which type?
Well, you got Cuba, you got Venezuela, El Salvador, okay. Mexico.
Okay.
Follow me?
I'm listening. I'm listening, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it solved the problem. We become one people, Americans. That's it. That's all I got to say.
I hear you banging the pot. Are you heating up your Hormel chili? What are you heating up?
It's burnt steak. Had it in the oven too long. But it's good, though. Seasoned real well. Well done.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Now, hang on a second. Now, you said Latin girls in South America. Let's run that back. What were you trying to say?
I basically what I'm saying is once people like Latin America, they mix with Indian, African descent, Caucasian descent, they all mix, right? They became Hispanic. Eventually, if America do that,
okay,
we become one people.
Is that
what's eventually going to happen?
Is that what you want, sir? Is that what you're looking for?
I think that was eventually happening. They knew that was happening. That's why the migrants came in. That was the plan. I believe that was their plan.
What about you, though, sir? We're talking about, I
don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't matter. But the bigger picture, what the bigger picture is, that's what matters.
Okay. Salute.
All right.
Okay, I'm being silly, guys. Pardon me. Sheesh. How did the conversation go into that direction? The fuck? Hey, Lydia, good to hear from you, Dawn. Thank you so much. Okay. It's just a question I was thinking about. And again, salute to Sunday. She helped me do the research on the Browning of America. I've got some notes here. I haven't really put them out here. Let me see. What are the notes? By 2044, 50.3% of all Americans are minorities. Okay. Total population. This comes by way of the United States Census Bureau. Chime in if you like. Vanderveer got your donation, sir. Are you calling in? Thank you for your support. Yeah, it's a late night show, man. I was busy today. I was busy yesterday, Saturday, and today, and I'm backed up on emails and all sorts of stuff, but I wanted to have this particular conversation, just have some fun. Hold on a second. Okay. Hey, Goddess News. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was just being silly with the call. Just, it's late night. I'm not trying to go too hard, Nobody's trying to do a whole lot of research. Area code 601. Did we speak earlier? 601? I thought we did.
In the building all day long. What you want to talk about? Census? What you want to talk about first?
Baby.
Tell me, bro.
Well, what's your name, darling? I spoke to you earlier.
I am unapologetically QI critical thinking.
Okay.
In the Black Conscious sector, I am BCFC, Black Conscious Fraud Committee.
Okay.
Black.
I don't usually take calls twice during the same show, but I'll let you. You've been on hold.
Yeah, because you brought up some other topics. You just brought up census, right?
Yes.
Okay, so ask me a question on census.
Okay.
Lead me, guide me.
Is Drake winning the war against Kendrick Lamar?
Fuck that shit.
Baby, watch the language. Come on, you can't.
I said something on census.
Baby, you cannot curse. Slow down. Stop cursing. I got to get you out of here. Don't do that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Come on.
My bad.
Come on. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right. So, a lot of people don't know that the relevance of census is it helps allocate government funding. Y'all talking about DEA? Now, y'all thought that DEA, like them white folks thought the DEA only affected black.
Do you mean DEI?
DEI. You right. My bad, bruh. Thank you. But DEI, they thought it only affected black people, but it doesn't. We have never been, as black people, the biggest recipients of DEI or any of the government funding. In fact, once again, the biggest government queen is Elon Musk. But let me go back to my point.
Okay.
All right. So while y'all are so busy, like we talking about religion, right? Let me cover this religion topic.
Come on.
The religion is sort of misogynistic and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it's about the divide and the conquer. Just like when y'all talk about white people, black people, the interracial marriages mean anything. Not if you can't get your minds right and realize that it's not.
Baby, with all due respect, you sound high yellow. Are you high yellow? Keep it real.
No, I'm dark as fuck. But anyway, I didn't mean to cuss, bruh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. But I'm dark.
Okay.
And
listen, I appreciate you, but baby, you doing a lot of cursing. Baby.
And let me land my plane. I'm gonna land my plane and digress and get up out of here. Okay.
Come on.
All right. So I'm dark. I am indigenous American, Mayan descent.
Okay.
All right. And then the next thing is, it's called divide and conquer, right? They don't care about the elite. Y'all look up OLIGA.
Do you look like Teresa Graves at all? Teresa Graves.
Oligarchy. I think it's oligarchy.
Baby, hold on a second. I'm asking you a question. Do you look like?
I know.
Well, hang on. Listen. Listen, baby. Do you look like Teresa?
I look like Mesa Gray. Gray.
Oh no.
Are you a colorist? Star?
Yes.
Because I know you biracial. I've been following you for a long time.
Hang on, baby. Do you know who Teresa Graves was? She was in a show called Get Christy Love. She was fine as hell.
Oh. And then
Is that before your time, baby? Slow down. Is that before your time? Teresa Graves.
And then I can't put that on you too, because a lot of y'all light-skinned people love some dark-skinned people.
Yeah.
So I can't put that on.
I like midnight pussy from time to time. But listen,
I can't do it.
I gotta go, baby. Thank you so much.
But let me land.
Thank you. Well, she's grooving off that Boone's farm, huh? Sheesh. Is that who I think it is tapping in on a late night? Boris, area code 440. Is that Boris?
Здравствуйте, старушка. How are you?
I'm good, man. Can we start right here? Zelensky claims if NATO allows Ukraine to join NATO, he will step down. Are you up to speed?
I do not believe the app. I think he's just saying whatever he feels would get him would get him back to Trump's good graces. You know how small hats are. They just play the game just to get what they want.
Yeah,
I do not believe him.
I think he's full of shit. I think he should step down.
Me too.
But yeah,
he knows his days are numbered.
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody has popped his top yet. Anyway, where do you want to go? Come on, man.
Yes, from what I hear, he has a mansion in Miami, so he is touchable. Most definitely, he's touchable.
Yeah.
I want to say this, Star, in regards to the topic. I don't think that you can cure racism. I'm a man of facts. I like to bring statistics when I call in. And interracial couples, they are more prone to violence than mono-ethnic couples.
I would agree.
They are 17.9% more likely to get into a substantial violent encounter, and 1.5 times more likely to get into abusive relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not think that they would end racism. As the old adage says, you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Many of the people in an interracial couple, I believe, do that out of a fetish, but a lot of them do not share the same opinions. A lot of them just do it because of it's a kink or something. But many of them will not commit, and if they will commit, it won't last because people are more comfortable with what they were raised as. That's the reason why you see more white people committing more crimes against whites and black people against blacks, because you are comfortable within your proximity.
Mm-hmm. If I can jump in and say this, well, I don't think racism will ever end, but with regards to the question,
never.
Will interracial dating solve the race problem? I think that the rise of the biracial will be a much more concerning matter. What do you think about that? Colorism.
I mean, yes, colorism has always been an issue, and I do not think that it will evaporate anytime soon either. I do think that America and the rest of the world will get more brown as time goes on, but it will not diminish or eliminate the problems that come with racism. In my experience, the mixed race people, they seem to be most confused. So, they are not accepted by either party. A lot of them that I come in contact with, interact with, they're telling me my white side does not accept me because I'm not white enough, and my black side does not accept me because I'm not black enough. And they all face, racist issues. You know what I'm saying? So racism is, as old as prostitution. It will not go anywhere. It's an issue that will always be.
How old are you, Boris? I forget. What age group are you from?
I'm a man of certain age, sir. I have lived. I
forget. What are you in your 50s? I forget.
Cannot disclose that, sir. I cannot disclose that.
I'm going to give you a little pushback. I don't think biracial people are confused at all. I think that's been a ploy that they've been using. I think that they've used that to their advantage. I've never in my life, me personally, have been confused. I've never felt out of place. I have actually used people of all ethnicities against each other. It's a beautiful thing.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot for a second that you're me. I forgot for a second that you were me. And I'm like, no. When I say that, I did not mean people like you. I meant more people that have features that looked one way. Like, take for example a basketball player like I don't know, Lonzo Ball. To me, he looks like a white person.
Yeah.
But he has the features.
I think Steph Curry is demonic. Steph Curry looks like my older brother passed away. my older brother looked just like Steph Curry. You know, but he had one green eye and one.
I mean more people like that. I mean more like albino, more
devil.
like, you know.
Devil. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So all I wanted to say is that this issue is not going to go away. And in regards to religion,
right.
I don't have any issues with religion, though I'm not a religious person. But what I have seen is that it, in general, I think that religion destroys the world. I think it's a good concept, but people get carried away.
Yeah,
it's good to have religion. I'm not a religious person. It's good to have religion to establish parameters.
I disagree.
Social parameters.
I disagree, but go ahead. I disagree with that.
No, but this is coming from a person that is like you. I am not atheist. I would like to say I'm agnostic.
Okay.
But the thing is that there is, with religious people, there is no ending to the fanaticism. You know, if you say you cannot do one thing, they take to a whole extreme. This is my problem with religion. And I think that people that become religious, they do not have an internal moral compass. And because of that, I believe that religion is strictly put in place for control purposes. If we go, unfortunately, with a godless society and things like that, people like me and you, we can be good on our own. We do not have to be, we do not have to fantasize about an afterlife to lead us to do good deeds. Well, but many people, they do not have that. So you need to fool them with fairy tales. You know, my sky daddy is better than yours. You know.
Well, I've always said that my morals, ethics, and values come to me by way of conceptual integrations, not religion. But now, hang on a second. Did you grow up Russian Orthodox yourself, or did you grow up Muslim, or you're from Russia? When did you grow up?
Russian Orthodox.
Russian Orthodox.
Yes, but I have, I never practiced anything. You know, the older I got, the less I stayed away from religion because, if I may use, the small-haired woman that I was dating as an example, I think it's terrible what religion does to her, for instance. Our situation did not work out because obviously we're from different religions, but she ended up with whoever she ended up with. They ended up getting a divorce. And now she is looked as damaged goods, so to speak, because, how Jews are not only the religion that does arranged marriages. Muslims do it as well, and some Christians do too. So because of that, she does not get to, because they cannot have premarital sex, they cannot live in the same house prior to marriage, you do not really get to know a person. And I think it's very sad that such a person...
I use religion, if I can interrupt, I use religion against my girlfriends.
In what sense?
Well, I make them stick to what they were raised, or programmed with, Wash yourself before you touch that good book, you filthy whore.
Yes. I get it.
Clean yourself before you touch me. Yeah.
I get it. But in all actuality, I think that it was placed on Earth to divide and conquer.
It's Saturday. Turn that goddamn music down. Clean up the house. The real Sabbath is on Saturday, bitch, not Sunday, right, Boris?
Yes, correct. Sabbath is yes. It is from what I understood. It means 7 in their language.
Right.
So
I'm being silly.
Yeah. But
hey, before you go, this is a matter of major importance. Is Drake winning the war? Kendrick Lamar is not selling tickets on tour. Your final thoughts, Boris,
I forgot to touch on that, last I checked, Kendrick's NRG concert has sold 67% out of 100 capacity, and this is as January 21st.
Yeah, he's not selling.
And
he's not selling.
And this has to do with the pricing and the crisis that's going on in his home state of California.
Yeah.
You know, he has outrageous ticket pricing, and Drake, even though they said he is finished, he is still selling tickets. And the thing that people fail to realize is that though he have, you know, some say that he lost the battle, when you hate on Drake, you increase his Spotify listens as well. So your hate translates to streams and to cash as well. And he hasn't had a problem with selling tickets. So like you said, I agree 100%. He may have lost the battle, but this was a temporary fad in which people were taking shots at
a speed bump. Hey, Boris, good to talk to you, man. Good to talk to you.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Good
Take
night.
care. All right. KGB Boris tapping in. Let me look in the live chat. I don't have my contacts in. Guys, is Kendrick Lamar struggling to sell tickets? Deeds, I got your email. Thank you. Yes, I watched some of that video. Salute to Chris Gotti. Great guy. I haven't seen him in years. Is that where he's talking to Dame Dash and a doctor? And Dame is like doing too much talking. People wanted to hear from the doctor. Is that the video, Deeds? Thank you so much. Yosef. Where's Yosef? Okay. Yosef is still a young man. What is he saying about interracial dating? Interracial dating is a small hack conspiracy. That's why the devil knows its own. Hashtag love mammies. Yeah, well, to be fair, Yosef, you're still, you know, you're experimenting out there. You know, you're slinging tool and all sorts of goyim girls. What is that period called? I forget. Where you're allowed to stray from your teachings, and then you're allowed to come back. And the Amish is called Rumspringer. Rumspringer, pardon me. Good to hear from you, Yosef. Okay. Thank you, Deeds. Christy, hi, Christy. Oh, Christy sent a donation. She says, you're disrespectful as fuck. That's why you're alone. Well, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I thank you for the donation. I'm not lonely. I date women, you know, when it's convenient for me. But thank you for your donation, darling. Area code 757. We're talking about a few topics. Are you there? 757.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hey, how are you? Who's calling?
Hey, how are you, Star?
Good.
I need to. I wanted to ask you a question, but I'm going to address the topic first, sir.
Yeah. Please address the topic. That's what my audience wants. Stay on topic. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. So, is interracial dating the future? It's actually not on the screen. It's the Hater 1964 on the screen. So, is interracial dating going to solve the race problem in America? I think it is. And I think one of the other callers already mentioned it. He said, eventually we're all going to assimilate to one race anyway. And I'm like, we're starting to see this with the desperation and the labels when they're trying to replace Drake with Kendrick Lamar. Okay. And I was like, are they trying to like wipe us out slowly? Like FBA Black Americans? Are they slowly trying to like phase us out? Like, is this, because you would think about it, like the white people have their superiority. Black people have physical superiority. I wish we would stick together. That would be nice. We would be a force to reckon with if we didn't spend so much money and we invested in us. But when it comes to like everybody's superpowers being combined, so to speak, yeah, I think interracial dating is most definitely the future.
Can I ask what is your makeup, sir? Your ethnic makeup?
I'm light skinned. I'm the only reason I don't say I'm biracial is because my dad is black and my mom is biracial. So I guess technically that makes me black because my dad is black.
Well, listen, I'm a dumb dropout, but you do know that race is a social construct. There's no such thing as race, right? You do know that.
Okay. Then can you maybe educate me on interracial? Is interracial a social construct too?
Well, I'm a dumb fuck. So how old are you and where'd you go to school?
You're not dumb to me, man. I think you're great. I'm 38 years old. I went to Bridgewater University in Virginia.
Bridgewater. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. When I think of race, I think of like not just cultural things, but just like pure blood and genetics. When I think race, I'm gonna be real with you. This is the first time in the last 10 years I hear people saying race is a social construct, and I'm just like, I don't see how, because I do think there are things that we just, as any race, genetically we just have certain things that just seem to just kind of be natural. Like, and one of
Are you a college graduate, sir? You're a college graduate?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Graduated with a bachelor's.
Do you have a
But I
laptop?
was saying, when I watch sports,
Do you have a laptop in front of you or a tablet or something like that?
I do.
Can you Google Johann Blumenbach?
Johann Blumenbach.
Joham. Pardon me. Johann. Johann Blumenbach. BLUM. I don't know how you spell it. ENBACH.
Yeah, let me see.
Johann Blumenbach. What? Read that.
He's a German. Is he a German physician? The first race scientists, the accepted view is that the scientists of the European entanglement got the issue of race badly. So they had it badly misconstrued. Racism gave birth to race. The ancestors of today's African Americans were not enslaved because they were black. They became classified as a distinct and inferior race as a means of justifying their enslavement. Oh, wow.
Stop right there and go back. Read that again. Read it. What did he say?
Yes, sir. It says, go back to it. Sorry. It says, racism gave birth to race. The ancestors of today's African Americans were not enslaved because they were black. They became classified as a distinct and inferior race as a means of justifying their enslavement.
Okay.
That's the source for that is what's this site? Quillette, Quillette. Quillette. I never even heard of that.
Well,
Johann Blumenbach, the first race scientist.
Blumenbach.
Blumenbach. Apologize. Okay. Is he white? He looks white in that picture.
Well, he was German, yes.
Or German. He was German, yeah. So he would say that. But go ahead, I'm listening, sir.
Now, that's pretty much who started that race shit right there. I learned about that in Wardlaw private school back in the mid-'70s. That's the guy. That's the guy. And you hear how he was making reference to blacks being inferior. That's his.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Blumenbach. Yeah. So when we talk about race being a social construct, where did they get they get this whole race ideology from? Was it Sir Francis Galton, founder of eugenics? His cousin Charles Darwin? This guy, Blumenbach. So,
that's interesting.
In my opinion, it's a social construct. But I'll let you land your plane. And you had a question for me or something like that.
Yes, sir. I guess I'll land my plane on. I think it's not going to be in our lifetime. I think it's going to be next 100 years, probably 50. The way everything's going, because I'm thinking with AI and the way AI is taking off, we're going to have sentinel girls anyway.
Okay.
Dating is impossible. You ain't got to worry about an android popping a balloon on you unless she's programmed to do it. Okay. So I'm looking forward to the future. So I think we will eventually integrate. I think we'll start playing with genetics to the point where we can inject certain genes into our body. Like if I say, hey, I want to be really good at basketball, and I want to raise kids who's good at basketball.
Was that your question? I'm confused. Was that your question?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, I think the way the future is going, I think we're eventually all going to become one race. That was me, I guess, landing my plane. My question was, you said something about consultations that you do, and you would charge for a consultation for people trying to start up podcasts or business.
I haven't done that in a while. Do you have a platform that's already in motion?
I do not. I'm looking to start one, and I tune into you a lot, and you're always talking about
after you started, holler at me. I don't want to talk to you about your ideas because I don't want you to one day say
that's smart because you don't want people to think somebody
Star stole my idea.
Yeah, and that's nigga stuff.
Nigga shit.
Yeah, that's nigga stuff.
Launch your channel. Launch your channel. Send me a link and let's talk. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Someone's talking about Johann Blumenbach. No, I didn't say I believed him. I was giving you the source of who started that type of shit. I learned about him in the 70s, and the school that I went to for 2 years was a very good school. So they would put things in front of us, and then we would have these discussions in class. And, they weren't trying to program it into us. They were telling us what happened in different parts of the world. That's where I learned about King Leopold II, not the first, but the second. Thank you for your donation. Okay, is that Yosef? Okay. Oh, shit. Let's get down to business. Yosef,
Shalom. Tapping in.
The man who puts,
how's it going?
Who puts his face in unkosher butt cheeks, yes?
Oh, buddy, what do you think I was doing Friday night, man? Oh, man, she was Arab, too. It was perfect.
Oh.
Nice Turkish, Turkish Iranian, man. That's like, they're not letting me in the synagogue for at least 2 weeks after that one.
Come on,
what's happening, Star?
Let's go.
Sunday night, man. We just chilling.
Let's go.
Topic for tonight, man. Interracial dating, man. That's and I like the religion one too. What do you want to start with? I'm cool with either.
Did religion destroy your community?
I would say in Judaism, the biggest damage Judaism has faced would be Judaism coming to the West. And when Jews came to North America and assimilated, our cultures died out. And we became more modernized. We became less religious. We started assimilating more. We started
That's not the question, Yosef. That's not the question.
Well, you just said, does religion destroy your community?
Community. Now let's focus on whatever community you came up in. You're from Canada, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Is it fair to say your community is different from, I don't know, a Hispanic or a Mexican or Portuguese community? It's different.
Not really, because I mean, where I live in Canada is it's like, honestly, it's all over Canada like that now, but we're so big on this whole multicultural thing, this true idea of Canadian identity. I mean, if you're talking about like John A. McDonald and people walking around with beaver fur hats on, I mean, that died out. That died out when we changed the flag to the maple leaf.
Right.
Because if you know the original Canadian flag,
right,
then but I don't think anybody in the chat really gives a crap about that.
Well, your community where you live, where you go to school, credit union, bank, supermarket, did you come up in a tight-knit community, or were you more so in the inner city?
I would say it was pretty tight-knit. It was nice. It was still multicultural, but it wasn't really like any inner city. I mean, there's not really a big city where I live in Canada.
Okay. So is it fair to say that you came up under a mind stabilization mind stabilization.
I grew up in a very secular
and understand. Household. Okay, good. I'm sorry. Good.
Yeah, I grew up in a very secular community, very secular household. Public schools, when I was growing up, religion wasn't really enforced. There was no Bible studies. There was nothing like that. Now, I'm sure 10 or 20 years before that, it might have been a bit more, but I mean, religion has been totally, and by religion, I mean I mean the main religion of Christianity across Canada and Catholicism more specifically, because now they're trying to wipe that from Canadian history. I don't know if you know a lot about this, but there's been a whole kind of thing about the First Nations, the Indians here. All these things coming out that the Catholic priests that had them in these residential schools were sexually abusing them and all this stuff. So there's been a big removal of the church from any sort of public school systems or any just kind of exposure to young people, right? Unless someone unless it's in their household already, then their parents are the ones making them go to church. But as far as school systems,
there we go. If I can jump in, if I can jump in, so there we go. The priests have violated the community prior to you being raised there, to the point where things are different now. Does that sound like what we're talking about?
Allegedly. I don't believe a lot of that residential school stuff.
Okay.
Because that hasn't been proven in concrete yet. That's also just hysteria, but that's all Canadian politics nonsense, to be honest. It's, these people get worked up about everything, but the price of eggs and the price of rent's not going down. So frankly, I don't really care.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say
something.
But
let's go on to the next subject.
Well, no, hang on. Let's finish up, because I like what you're saying. You're putting some good information out for those who don't know about Canada. Did religion destroy your community? With regards to the Catholic priest, would you say there was more Catholicism where you grew up, or Judaism? What was the dominant religion in your area?
I mean, I'm trying to think. It's for me, Star, growing up, and coming from an Italian mother and a Jewish father, and me, when I got older, I really made the decision to follow a religion, and that's why my Jewish identity means so much to me, because I went back. I essentially went home for But what I'm trying to get at is the only religion in my household was going to my grandma's funeral at church. That's the only time I've ever been to a church before. There was never anything that was, and for my mother, who's 71 now, she told me when she was growing up, they would go to church, and then one day they were like, "You don't want to go to
synagogue." Did they go to synagogue or church?
No, I'm talking about my mother's side. My mother's Italian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this was a long time ago, right? And then they just stopped going to church, and then once they stopped going to church, my mom wasn't gonna, my mom met a Jewish guy, and that wasn't a deal breaker for her, right? So,
okay, all right. Here's the real question. Here's the real question. You ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Is Drake winning the war? In my community section is a video. This young lady, she sounds very knowledgeable and in the know. Supposedly, Kendrick Lamar is not selling tickets, not even in his own city. 3 nights and only 70% sold. Is Drake winning the war?
Well, you already know my answer for that. But would you question the majority of Kendrick's tickets? How much of those are based off of SZA? Because I think SZA is a way more popular artist than Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
So that's not to answer your question, but yes, no, I 100% think Drake is winning. I think people had their fun ripping on him for a year, but he's back. They tried to give him the Michael Jackson treatment. He tried to get out of the Sony, the UMG deal. Sorry, not Sony, the UMG deal.
Right.
And they tried to paint him like a child diddler, just like they did to Mike.
Right.
And, this is where we're at. I would say from a general perspective, though, I find it pretty interesting, because now, like when you go online and when you go on X or Instagram or any of these social media apps, you see people are really posting the anti-Kendrick stuff, because it feels organic. People are like, I don't want to listen to this music. This music isn't good. Nobody wants to go to these concerts. I guess people are just sick of it. I don't know.
Well, hang on. I know
the
you're
Super Bowl.
I know you're a big Drake fan. Have you ever seen Drake live in concert?
No, actually, I haven't. I think I'm going to go see him.
Oh,
I think I'm going to have to see him this time around, Star.
Yosef.
I think I'm going to have to see him.
Yosef, you have to. I saw him 2010, Tufts University. Fire.
Oh, wow.
Fire.
Yeah, I bet that was good.
He had a band.
Yeah, that was like right at the start of his career, too.
Band. Birdman came out on stage.
Yeah.
You can.
No, so can I ask you something, Star?
Yeah.
Was that before or after he dropped your name in a song?
Well, he didn't drop my name. He dropped my name.
He did. Subliminal, though. I do my homework on you, Star. I know I've been watching for a long time. Even though I'm young, I do my homework.
It was a sub. He didn't drop my name.
It was a good sub, though. I think it was.
What song was that? Never Dropped the Ball. What the fuck are y'all thinking? Which track was that? I forget.
No, I'd have to look up on my computer. I haven't got it handy right now.
Go see him live, man. Hell of a show. Got to go, man.
For sure. What about the next subject, man? You gonna cut them off?
You're good. I'm backed up on calls, man. Talk to you soon. We're good.
All right, man. Ciao.
Take care. Yosef tapping in. Guys, make sure you check out Grand Finale on YouTube. New music. Doing the damn thing. He's one of my sponsors. Grand Finale, do you have a new banner you want us to put at the top of the community section? If so, send me an email tomorrow when you get time. Grand Finale, okay? Uh-oh. There is the man with the master plan, Gene Richmond. Are you there, sir? Gene Richmond, a.k.a. number 9. Give him a second, folks. Gene Richmond. Yes, no, maybe.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, man.
It's technically good morning.
How are you? Good morning. Good to hear from you.
I'm wonderful. It's a pleasure to always be here on the Star Report.
Yeah, I'm popping. What's going on, man?
Of course you are. Well, let's jump right into one of the topics in regards to mixed race people saving this world or this great nation. If you really look,
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I said they will become more of a problem, a bigger problem. Mixed race and half breeds.
Well, I mean, you've lived the experience. Wouldn't one say you've been a part of this experiment? No, well, one could say.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But let's go back to the origins of race mixing and things of that nature, in particular in this country. During the Enlightenment period, you talked about one of the main philosophers during that time. You also had people like Voltaire, who was a philosopher of that era, who said that even though he believed that man had his natural rights, but the Negro and the white should be separate. John Locke believed that even though that the Negro, the black, was uncivilized, he could be cleansed under the cloak of Christianity.
Right.
You also have people like Edmund Burke who believed that blacks, even though shouldn't be enslaved, were not in the same equal right as white counterparts. That's what I'm saying is a lot of major figures of the times, wanted, in essence, believe that man had their rights, but believe that there was a separation that to always be had, because if you did not separate, there would be a tainting of these bloodlines, a tainting of the lineage, and a tainting of the the humankind of what we understand as race. So I think personally, if you talk to a lot of people who are mixed race, they've suffered a lot of anguish emotionally. They suffered a lot of identity issues, almost trying to assimilate to find themselves into what world they truly belonged in. I had cousins who are mixed race, and I would talk to them, and they talked about their struggles growing up, being from a European background and also being from an African American background. So it was a very unique experience to them trying to find their footing in this whole scenario.
You have a beautiful half-breed daughter, yes?
A tri-breed, if you will, if you want to get down to specifics, tri-racial, but yes, of mixed race.
Tri-racial.
A mixed race, yes.
I say that with all due respect. Continue.
Right. And so, again, I think it's a unique experience. I think that we are going to see more of the so-called mixed race people. And I think many of them will be what saves the world post-apocalypse. I believe there will be another downturn of society, and I believe that you will need these people that have this unique biological phenotypical makeup, and they will be the ones to start a new form of an intellectual enlightenment and become unique physical subjects as well because of the crossbreeding, if you will. I think they will be the ones that will save the world post-apocalypse. And when I say apocalypse, I don't mean Mad Max or the world blowing up. I mean something similar to what we got in 2020.
Number 9, can you hold on 1 second? Hold on 1 second. Al from Little Haiti, I was just about to pick you up. Al, can you call back? I'm sorry for the long wait. If you have time to call back. Number 9, go ahead. You were saying, sir?
Right. Well, and when I say post-apocalypse, I don't mean like a Mad Max dystopian world. I mean something similar to what we experienced in 2020, but more on an advanced level and things of that nature. I think these unique breeds of people will be the ultimate experiment, or the ultimate experiment of what can happen when you cross these unique genotypes together and they get a unique individual.
Can I respond?
Go ahead.
You and I are friends, and there's times when I have to say to you that you're totally full of shit.
Okay. Thank you. Coming from the biracial man himself, thank you.
You are of Haitian descent, and I don't think I've ever seen you with a black woman. Right?
No, I have not. You will never see me with one. No. All jokes aside, I've dated black women.
No, you won't. You're a liar and you're a nigger. Didn't you have one of your? If we can just go left, right, left, right, left. Do you have one of your Caucasian girlfriends call the police because you were banging on her door, 2:00 in the morning, suspecting that she had someone inside, and then you were arrested?
Well, it was a very unique circumstance. I've told this story before in the past. We were at a party. She left. I followed minutes later. I had a lot to drink, and I wanted to get into. And I was trying to gain access into her apartment. Right. It was a misunderstanding. The police came. I wasn't handcuffed. I wasn't arrested. I was handcuffed, and then you
were detained. You were detained, and then they said,
"Correct."
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was detained, and they didn't arrest me. I had a friend of mine come pick me up because I wasn't in a good position to drive. But I was trying to get into her. I was trying to get into the apartment to speak to her, and it just went left.
You were
misunderstanding.
You were banging on the door, and she said, "Go away, go away."
Yeah, she said, "I have my son in here. Go away." I said, "Listen, I need to speak to you."
I have no idea where we're going, man. We're just having a conversation. Hey, man, before you go, this is very, very important, Gene Richmond. Is Drake winning the war? I have seen a couple of videos where Kendrick Lamar is not selling tickets. Any thoughts? Do you care?
Well, I think I've always thought Drake was a bigger artist than Kendrick Lamar. Drake was one of the first artists to really capitalize on what they call the crossover. I used to listen to Drake on heavy rotation on Z100 in New York, for those who know the New York radio station. He was one of the first real so-called hip-hop artists to really make that crossover, not only to that station, but to other stations when terrestrial radio was still at its high point.
I can go back even further. The first that I know of was Lionel Richie. Whoo! Transcended barriers long before Drake, but good.
Well, yeah. His music was unique, especially in the 1980s. He really had a very pop sound, and he really, again, like you said, the barriers really changed. But
gave Michael Jackson a run for his money.
Yeah, he sure did. In the mid to late 80s, he sure did. But I think the music was changing at the time, and the mediums of the music, such as MTV, we were getting more cable television access to music videos. We were getting more radio stations. And so I think the crossover made a lot of sense at the time because we had a lot of different sounds and a lot of different mediums for us to transfer this music. But as for Drake, I think for this era, he did what Lionel Richie did, and I think he did at a bigger level. My opinion, Usher was better. Usher was better at the Super Bowl. You know, he had his shirt off. He was greased up. He had a lot of zeal. I think Usher's better. Okay. I think Usher's better than both of them. You know, he takes his shirt off. He puts a good show on. He's very upper muscular built, big chest.
Number 9, I gotta go, man. Good to talk to you. Good to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care. Okay. Talking about Usher greasing up, yada yada yada. Hey, Shani, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. I think we're just about done with this particular topic. It's been a good conversation. Thank you guys for chiming in. 207, you will be my last caller. I'm coming to you next. 207, just sit tight, please. When we have these topics that are not trending per se, it's important that you guys comment after the video, you know, join the conversation. Please stay on topic. All right. I will see you at some point. You know, I'm sorry, it's Monday morning already. If not Monday, Tuesday, I got some ripping and running to do. Okay, let me take one last call. Let me make sure I'm not missing any cash apps or super chats. Deeds, thank you for your help. And again, thank you to Sunday. She sent me some notes I didn't get a chance to really comb through with regards to the topic per se. But we've had a good discussion. All right. 207, can you turn that down in the background, please? 207, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I'm here.
How are you?
You're doing good. How are you?
Good, good. What do you want to start, sir?
Yeah. For the first topic that you were talking about interracial couples, I don't think it's going to save shit or save anything, I should say. I don't think it's going to save anything. I think it's going to be more people confused, making more coons and more people that's not really building up their own communities.
I'm listening. You have the floor, sir. You have the floor.
Yep. And that's all I'm saying for that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying for that. I didn't hear the other topic. Sorry.
The other question was with regards to did organized religion destroy your community?
Interracial relationship
organized religion, did it destroy your community?
I'm an African American man, so I only could speak about my community.
Okay.
But I believe Christianity raised African American people to be passive.
Okay.
Like turn the other cheek. Okay. And all that good stuff. Turn the other cheek and not really revolt or fight for what we need or need to do as a people.
Okay. Forgiving, understanding.
Say it again? I'm sorry.
Forgiving, understanding, things like that.
Forgiving, understanding, and not really doing what we have to do as a people and really working together. All of our community.
I have no problem with people being forgiving, you know, but when you do it in public.
But how long should we be forgiving?
No. But when you do it in public, it almost exposes your hand, so to speak, in terms of not necessarily wanting to get full redemption, you know. That's the issue I have. And when you have these, you know, grifters, panhandlers, so-called men of the cloth, I think that they do a far worse disservice to the community.
Yes, like the BLM, those women that bought 2 mansions in California. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell people are donating this money to them, and I didn't even know BLM was made by these women.
I don't know how the hell people are giving them money. And now where are they now? And now that Black Lives Matter shit to anybody, any Caucasian.
I need you to watch the language, sir. That's very important, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That Black Lives Matter movement is, at first it meant something to me, but now, since they already abused it, it means nothing. It means nothing to nobody. It means, oh, when you hear BLM, they laugh at it. Oh, go to the Black Lives Matter marches or whatever, and not do anything for your community. We're just marching. And sorry.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, I want to talk about Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, is Drake winning the war? Supposedly, Kendrick's not selling tickets.
No, Drake is buried. He got to pick himself up.
Okay.
Kendrick is winning all the way.
Are you going to see Kendrick on tour? You going? You buying tickets?
Yes, in Boston, and I went to go see him in New Jersey. I went to go see his Damn concert in New Jersey at the Prudential Center.
How was it?
It was amazing, actually. It was amazing. I need to see Chris Brown next, but Kendrick put on a great show. I never saw Drake in concert, but I have to. I'm a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake hater. I love Drake. Drake, but
does Kendrick have a band on stage? Does he have a band?
No, he does not have a band on stage.
Oh my God. Hold on. Kendrick Lamar, you saw him at the Prudential Center and there was no band. Yes. What do you have, a DJ?
It was mainly DJs, and it was more of a showmanship. He had a lot of things going on. It wasn't like an actual live band. None of that.
Oh, I don't think so. There was no drummer. No. There was no drummer, no guitar player, and no keyboardist. He just had he had the track playing. He had the track playing. His vocals
just a track.
On the track as
just
well.
A track. No vocals. Right. No vocals. It was just him. It was just him speaking, him rapping, him using his breath control.
I'll pass.
But no, he didn't have a band. He didn't have a band.
The Prudential Center. What is it? 18,000? I forget.
20. Yeah, that's when he was doing arenas. Yeah. And now his new stadium and his new tour is stadium.
And no band. You got to be kidding me. And how much is he charging? $500 for tickets?
Oh, well, probably more. You better get it now.
Yeah,
probably more. These tickets are crazy.
I wish you all the best, sir. Thank you. Salute. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nobody